Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes and welcome back to Economy Lecture Series. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss GDP calculation methods. So these methods are very important for both the prelims as well as the mains point of view. So before getting into the topic, let us see some of the introduction regarding this GDP calculation methods. So we already discussed about what is a GDP. GDP, it is a total value of the goods and the services which are produced within the country or within a geographical area within a specific period of time. Similarly, that period will be almost 1 year. So this is about a brief introduction regarding what is GDP. So if you see in this GDP calculation methods, we are going to see three important methods. First one is income method. Second one is expenditure method. And third one is production method. And this production method is also called as gross value added method. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss income method, expenditure method and also production or the gross value added method. So let us see some examples to understand these methods. So let's get started. If you see, we are going to discuss income method, expenditure method and also production or the gross value added method. So let's get started with the income method. So what is the income? So whose income it is calculated here? So let's go back to the factors of production. We know there are four factors of production. The first one is land, second one is labor, third one is capital and the fourth one is entrepreneur. So for the land we pay rent, for the labor we pay wages or salaries, for the capital we pay interest and for the entrepreneur we pay profit. So if you add all these incomes of these factors of production, we will get this income method. So we are going to add rent, wages or salaries, interest and also profit together. Then we can get GDP at factor cost. Why factor cost? Because we are calculating the income at the levels of factors of production. So because of this, we get GDP at factor cost. So this is the important point here. So whenever we are calculating GDP through this income method, we will get GDP at factor cost. So when we want to calculate GDP at market price, then what we have to add and what we have to subtract. So to calculate the GDP at market price, there is a formula. The formula here is GDP at factor cost plus taxes and minus subsidies. So the taxes which are imposed by the government, in the same way some of these subsidies are given by the government. So when we are adding net taxes to the GDP at factor cost, we will get GDP at market price. Is it clear? And if you are adjusting inflation to this GDP at market price, which is calculating through this above formula, so whenever we are adjusting the inflation, then we will get the GDP at constant price. So this is about income method. I hope it is clear now. So let us see the next method, that is expenditure method. So if you see within the country, there are the goods and the services which are produced. So the value of the total goods and the services which are produced within the country, it is called as a GDP. So we are calculating the GDP, correct? So by using this expenditure method. But how to calculate who is expending on these goods and services? So the expenditure mainly done by the consumption by the private individuals, and there will be the investment which is done by the business people, and also the government will spend something, and also foreign expenditure. So when we count all these expenditure by the different stakeholders, like the consumption by the private individuals or the investment by the business persons and also the government expenditure, for example, we can say salaries For example, there is a Food Corporation of India. It will purchase the food from the farmers or the food grains from the farmers. So it is also the government expenditure. And also when you are talking about the foreign expenditure, so let us see one by one in detail. For example, that is a consumption by the private individuals. For example, if you take a factory and this factory it is producing, for example, breads, and these breads are released into the market. Finally, the consumers will go to the individual retail shops and they will purchase this bread for their consumption. So they are expending or they are making some expenditure mainly to buy these goods and services which are present in the market. So that is an expenditure of this private individual for their personal consumption. So this is the first expenditure. And the next one is investment. Investment mainly made by this businessman. For example, if you are going for buying a new house, so that is the investment. If you are going to the market and you are buying the shares or bonds or debentures, that will be investment. For example, if you are going to build any infrastructure, then anything which is left over, the leftover infrastructure or leftover machinery or inventory, they will also come under the investment. So when we are adding all this expenditure which is made by the businessman, so this is the expenditure by the investment. And the next one is government. Government will give the salaries mainly to those who are working under the government, either state government or the central government. So this will be the expenditure of the government. And also, for example, Food Corporation of India will go and will purchase the food grains from the farmers. Mainly, this will also the expenditure of the government. So in this way, we can account the expenditure of the government. And let us see about the foreign expenditure. So let us take an hypothetical example here to understand this foreign expenditure. For example, if there is a person who is a manufacturer of cars, but this person is an NRI, so he established a foreign company in India and he started producing the cars in India. According to the definition of the GDP, so whatever the goods and services which are produced within the country, that comes to this gross domestic product. So through this expenditure method, we are calculating the GDP. So whenever any foreign country which established company in the India and started manufacturing the products within the India, that will accounted into the GDP of India. For example, if there is a person A is there, he want to buy a foreign car. So he is bringing the foreign car from the other country to the India. So this will be the import. So this expenditure of this person will not accounted into the GDP of the India. So because it is the import. So in this way, in the foreign expenditure, we can say there is a net foreign expenditure. That means exports minus imports. So let us try to understand how can we calculate the GDP through this expenditure method. So we are adding the expenditure by the consumption of these private individuals and also the expenditure by this investment and also government expenditure and also net foreign expenditure, that is exports minus imports. So here the GDP is equal to consumption plus investment plus government spending plus exports minus imports. So through this way we can calculate the GDP. So I hope it is clear now. So this is the expenditure method. And the next one is the production method. So to understand this production method, let us take an example here. So this production method, it is also called as a value added, that is a gross value added method. We are going to add what is the value that is added in the each and every stage. For example, if you are going for the production stage, so we need the raw materials and these raw materials are converted into the intermediate goods and final we will get the final goods. So let us take a car company. So this car company will manufacture the cars. So for example, if we want the raw material, that is the iron ore, and because of this iron ore it is converted into the steel, and this steel which is used for the final production of the car. For example, if you see in this iron ore, so there will be no intermediate product here. Directly this iron ore will be extracted through mining. So in this stage of these raw materials, we are using the different factors of production. For example, we are using land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. So for this the income will be, for land we are giving the rent, labor wages, for capital we are paying interest, and for the entrepreneur we get profit, correct? So when we are adding all these costs, let us assume the cost of the iron ore at last will be 1 lakh rupees. So what happened, this owner of this iron ore, he sell this 1 lakh rupees of iron to an intermediate, that is a steel company. So this will be the raw material here, that is the iron ore, and by using these factors of production like rent, wages, interest and the profit, he will make this iron into the steel. So final output value of the steel, for example, we can say it is 4 lakhs. So the total value here is 5 lakh rupees by adding this raw material to this steel company. So what happened after this, the 5 lakh rupees steel will be sold to a car company. So here this will be the raw material, that is 5 lakhs, and again he will use the factors of production here. He will use the land, labor and capital, entrepreneur, such that finally he will produce a car, and the cost of that car will be 10 lakh rupees. Okay. So in this way we can add the value added in every stage. So here the value added here is 1 lakh rupee, and here value added is 4 lakhs, and finally we will get here value added is 5 lakhs. So the total value added, that is a gross value added in the case of this car manufacturing, here it is 10 lakh rupees. Is it clear? And if you see, there is also one another formula to calculate this production method through the GDP. We can calculate the GDP through this production method by using another formula. The formula here is total value of sale minus the cost of intermediate goods. So let us try this formula as well. Here the total value is 1 lakh, here the total value is 5 lakh, and here the total value is 10 lakh. That means if you are adding 1 plus 5 plus 10 lakh, it will be 16 lakhs. Then we are subtracting the value added here. That means the intermediate good cost 4 lakhs. Okay. And we are removing the intermediate cost, that is a 5 lakhs plus 1 lakh here. So we are removing the 6 lakh. Then the final good cost is 10 lakh rupees. So I hope it is clear now. So this is the production method. So whenever we are calculating the GDP through this production method, again we will get the GDP at factor cost. So we will get the GDP at factor cost again. So when we want to calculate the GDP at market price, then again we have to apply formula here. So GDP at market price is equal to GDP at factor cost plus taxes minus subsidies. That means the net taxes will be added to the GDP at factor cost. So this is the GDP at market price. So in this lecture, we tried to understand the GDP calculation method. I tried my level best to make you understand what is the income method, what is the expenditure method, and what is the production method or the gross value added method. By this, we are concluding today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. Please do like, share and comment my videos. Thank you.